Good morning, everyone. I'm Congresswoman Nydia Velázquez. I represent the 7th Congressional District. I am the chair of the House Small Business Committee. And I am proud to be here today alongside my colleague and chairman of the House Democratic Caucus, Representative Hakeem Jeffries, as well as individuals who will share their compelling stories about forging a path from prison to entrepreneurship. We are also joined by 2 representatives from SBA's Resource Partners, America's SBDCs, and the New York City chapter of SCORE. Today, we are announcing 2 bills that Congressman Jeffries and I are introducing in Congress. Both bills aim to improve opportunities incarcerated individuals during their time in prison and after their release. While I will get into the substance of the bill, it will be a mistake to come here and not acknowledge the structural, economic, and racial inequalities that plague our criminal justice system. We stand here today, not too far from the Thurgood Marshall United States Courthouse. Now, it was Thurgood Marshall who famously said, in recognizing the humanity of our fellow beings, we pay ourselves the highest tribute. Thurgood Marshall understood just how embedded racial discrimination was in our criminal justice system. He knew that fighting for the equality and enduring dignity of all people was how we truly respect, honor, and when necessary, change the law. Today, we must recognize that justice is not served when we still lock up too many Black and brown people, especially young people. If African Americans and Hispanics were incarcerated at the same rates as white, prison and jail populations will decline by almost be released. Unfortunately, nearly half of those released will be rearrested within 8 years, and a criminal record can reduce the likelihood of a callback or job offer by nearly 50%. But we know that entrepreneurship is a proven mechanism for building healthy communities and reducing rates of re-entry. In 2016, a RAND Corporation report found that individuals who participated in any type of educational program, from math to vocational Photoshop to college-level courses, while in prison, were 43% less likely to return to prison. They are also more likely to find a job after release. Entrepreneurship is a unique avenue for success, yet a great idea is much more likely to be made into a reality with proper community support, mentorship, and resources. So that is why we are here today. We are here to bring solutions to a problem that we have been dealing with for so many years. We are here to say that we do believe in a second chance. So we're offering solutions that will harness and utilize SBA community resource partners, including the network of women's business development centers and the small business development centers. There is no state or city that do not have at least 1 to 4 SBDCs in their states. So we need to get them to be partners in this journey. And then we have SCORE chapters to provide services so that those in federal prison can get the counseling, training, and resources that will help them build a business and a life before their release and directly after. This is about empowerment. This is about giving them the tools that they need in order to be able to navigate a very complex once they are coming into our society. We have to build the Prison to Proprietorship program for incarcerated men and women, co-sponsored by myself and the ranking member of our committee, Representative Steve Chabot, and the Prison to Proprietorship for the formerly incarcerated bill, co-sponsored by Representative Jeffries and Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. And this is important. Not too often we are going to find legislation that is bipartisan. And this is a great first step. Back in Washington, we will be taking up these bills in the Small Business Committee on Wednesday. I can tell you that unlike a lot of the noise you hear coming out of Washington, my committee is very bipartisan, and this bill will have the support from both Democrats and Republicans, and that is an important step. So with that, I would like to turn it over to my friend, Congressman Jeffries. Not only he is the chairman of the Democratic Caucus, but he has been a leader, a proven leader when it comes to criminal justice reform.
Good morning, everybody. It's an honor and a privilege to be here with my good friend and a tremendous champion for small businesses and for social, racial, and economic justice, the chairwoman of the Small Business Committee, Nydia Velázquez. And I'm so thankful that as she has done on so many issues, she has recognized the importance of merging the possibility of small business entrepreneurship with formerly incarcerated individuals so that they can, in a more effective way, pursue their hopes, their dreams, and their aspirations to be successful upon reentry into our society. Here in America, we have a mass incarceration epidemic. When the failed war on drugs first began in 1971, there were less than 350,000 people incarcerated in America. Today, there are approximately 2.2 million, disproportionately Black and Latino, and from low-income communities of every race. The mass incarceration epidemic is a stain on our society. We incarcerate more people in America per capita than any other nation in the world, including China and Russia combined. In the last Congress, we took an important first step toward dealing with the mass incarceration epidemic by passing historic criminal justice reform that was bipartisan in nature and signed into law by President Donald Trump. The First Step Act was designed to help currently incarcerated individuals successfully transition back into society so that they could become productive citizens and in the process reduce and taxpayer dollars. The legislation that Chairwoman Nydia Velázquez is championing before her committee picks up where the First Step Act left off. It is designed to make sure that formerly incarcerated individuals can use their God-given skills, talent, and ability to bring business and entrepreneurial activities to life in their communities. There are people all throughout the federal prison system right now who have the same intellect, the same entrepreneurial skill and ability, the same resiliency as the most successful people on Wall Street. But the only difference is that they were denied opportunity. And that is what this legislation is designed to change, to make sure that we can provide opportunity to formerly incarcerated individuals to bring their ideas related to entrepreneurship and business to life in a manner that will benefit them, their families, their communities, and the entire country. The failed war on drugs has devastated communities all across the country. The school-to-prison pipeline has devastated communities all throughout the country. The out-of-control stop and frisk program that was unleashed on the people of New York City devastated communities here and folks all throughout the country. That is why Democrats and Republicans, progressives and conservatives, the left and the right, the ACLU and the Koch brothers,
worked my way up from labor to foreman to mechanic to supervisor. For 2.5 years they quit. I quit my first company in 1995, and within 6 years grew that to a $1.7 million business. And I share that story with you because I did that coming out of prison based off the same street smarts that I learned from the East. The only thing I needed was an opportunity and a chance to take those same skills and put those skills into the market. I thank John Rollins and Patriot Group for giving me that opportunity in 1993, and it has made me the person that I am today. A successful 24-year entrepreneur, and now a teacher of the 2011 to 40 Conference for Entrepreneurship through our online reentry program. You see, once I decided to learn the skills of entrepreneurship, I wanted to share those skills. So in 2011, I released my book on the blocks of the boardroom. And chapter 9 talked about the blueprint, how do those who are coming home from prison turn to something valuable, something that will keep them from going back to prison. Entrepreneurship was that tool for me. See, in 2011, I also made history. I became the first African American ever to be awarded Entrepreneurship of the Year by the Princeton Chamber of Commerce. I'm from Trenton. Princeton is Princeton. And I share that story just to show you that I was also a formerly incarcerated person. I'm from Trenton. Princeton is Princeton. Even though we are only 15 minutes apart, we are light years apart when it comes to resources, economic opportunity, and chances for people that are going to business. So, in 2014, I was honored to join the Obama administration at the White House. Out of the unprecedented 900 nominees, I became one of the 12 champions of change in the work that I do with the entrepreneurship. And when I was at the White House, I remember having a conversation about my book on the blocks of the boardroom and how I wanted to go back and be able to teach entrepreneurship to those who are coming home from prison. In 2015, I was blessed with me and my partner from Reentry Business, the first Aspire to Entrepreneurship program in Washington, D.C., where we took 15 returning citizens to a 12-week entrepreneurship program. We created 14 businesses and 42 jobs in 67 MPC through that program. But when I finished that program, I told my partner, it was another place I know we could go and have an undivided attention. In 2018, we headed to Borough Prison in Washington. We started teaching inmates off the tablet how to start their business. Today, over 346 inmates at the Borough Prison in D.C. are learning how to start their business off tablets. By the end of this year, 2019, that number will go to 1,000, learning how to start and run a successful business. I think, I said in the beginning, I believe that everything happens in divine order. I believe that this opportunity for me to stand here with Congresswomen and Congressmen talk about the privilege prior to the bill is something that's been long coming. It's been long coming, started 17 years in the street, and long coming started 24 years now as a successful business. So I thank the Congresswoman for supporting the bill. I thank the Congress for thinking about those who are coming home from prison and knowing that it is us who are kindly anchored to our community. These are the real initiatives that make our community safer and make our community Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tracy. You really won my heart. And I'm here with Congressman Jeffries to say to you, you will not be alone anymore. We are making the federal government a partner. We have to assume the responsibility, and we are here today recognizing that. So next, we will hear from Sharon Richardson, founder and CEO of Just Soul Catering here.
I can say it over and over again, opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. The chance to have counseling, to have direction, to have support. Becoming an entrepreneur is not easy. It's hard work. It's not for everyone. But had I have known that people like this existed, you know, and I could have actually went to them and had the opportunity to give me direction, and I still need direction. I'm excited about that. Why? Because once I learn, I can then teach others and help other women that are coming home. I thank you for having me, and it's a great opportunity. Please support this bill. It's very important. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Thank you so much. Next, we will hear from Scott Jennings, formerly incarcerated individual, founder of Big Tech, an assembly, and serves on the board of directors of Inmates to Entrepreneurs, a 27-year-old program started in North Carolina. Scott.
Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. So, my name is Scott Jennings, and I, like these other two individuals, are a perfect representation of why entrepreneurship should be taught in the prison system. 10 years ago, I met our founder, Brian Hamilton, as he taught an entrepreneurship class while I was serving time. Today, I own Fit Tech and Assembly. We service commercial gyms, studios, and residential customers up and down the East Coast. I started my entrepreneurship journey at an early age. I was the kid who sold you that candy in school for 25 cents. Later on, it sort of became something that was not candy. That happened because I didn't have any guidance. I didn't have any mentorship. Upon my release, I started working for a fitness equipment repair company, and shortly after that started Fit Tech and Assembly. In September of 2011, I started with $75, an 86 Toyota pickup truck, and a bag of tools. Today, we'll grow somewhere around $1 million this year, and I will have provided employment for about 18 people. I know how profound the impact is to the incarcerated to have mentorship for entrepreneurship and guidance. We started 27 years ago with Inmates to Entrepreneurs, and I'm honored to be able to go back into prisons today and teach the basics of entrepreneurship, as well as provide classes and mentorship to those who've already come back home. It's hard for people to come home and not have a job, to know what the second sentence is. But we can change that, is what we've talked about today, right? We can start teaching entrepreneurship while they're still incarcerated. We can start creating roadmaps for when they come home, give them skill sets, let them know that that drug dealing mentality also transfers into ownership, correct? My wife laughs at me because I often equate business with drug dealing. It's the absolute truth. It is still the same thing as supply and demand. That's all it is. I just use it for good today. Thank you, Congressman, for creating this bill of prison to tongue tie, P2P. All right? I wish you guys all...
You can imagine how difficult for me to say it.
I know, I mean, my gosh. I wish you guys all the luck in the world. I know you're going to do this. We need this. The facts that you guys laid out prior are the absolute truth. Thank you for having me here today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Scott, for those wonderful words. And now, I would like to bring up T. Rowe. He is the president and CEO of America Small Business Development Centers Network.
Good morning. Well, I want to start out and say that I really appreciate Chairwoman Velázquez and Caucus Chairman Jeffries for including SBDCs in this important announcement. SBDCs, Small Business Development Centers, are committed to opportunity and community. Our mission is supporting entrepreneurs, aspiring businessmen, and small businesses. And entrepreneurship is the very essence of our opportunity in our nation, and small businesses are the very heart of our communities. So for that reason, we're really pleased to strongly support the passage of this bill. We believe so strongly that the goal of bringing persons who are involved in the justice system all of the skills and advice they need to be successful re-entering society is of vital importance. And as folks have said before, whether you're with the Heritage Foundation or the Center for American Progress, you know this is important. And SBDCs know this is important. And that's why we're committed to helping with this. The First Step Act got us started on helping develop the early release of thousands of citizens, but they're going to be coming back into society. They need skills, they need some advice, they need resources, and that's what SBDCs are committed to providing. We look forward to working to get passage of this bill, and beyond that, to getting to work with the SBA and the Bureau of Prisons to develop a program that is sound and successful and will bring the opportunity to these people that they so desperately need.
Thank you, Chief. Now I would like to recognize Robert Starr, Chapter Chair of SCORE Leadership.
Thank you, Representative Velázquez. I'm delighted to talk a little bit about SCORE. It's one of the best kept secrets in the country with regard to helping companies grow their businesses. We have nearly more than 300 chapters across the United States, perhaps as many as 10,000 mentors like myself, all, for the most part, retired business people who have probably made every mistake there is in the book, and we want to make sure that young entrepreneurs don't make the same mistake. So we're delighted to be able to participate in this program. We think we're ideally suited to help roll it out because we are a national organization. And speaking on behalf of the New York chapter, we've actually had some work with the formerly incarcerated. So it's a perfect fit. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we are open for any questions that you have.
So
Yes.
exactly what does the bill do on the ground? What are the tangible results? What does it do?
The bill?
Yeah.
Well, we are going to go into the federal prison system with the SBDCs and SCORE. But basically the Small Business Development Centers and the Women Business Development Centers. They will work putting together a curriculum that will provide all the steps, provide all the information, how to write the business plan, what type of business idea you have, and we could help them match once they are coming out with financial institutions or micro lenders so that they could access capital, affordable capital.
Can we get Spanish
But
on
it's
it?
it's a two-pronged approach. One is for them, for those who are in the system already, and then once those who are released, we are going to have SCORE mentoring and counseling and taking them by, the hand so that they feel someone is here ready to assist them in bringing all this, putting together every element to help them where to go, what type of financial institution, or access what they are until the finish line.
The only thing I'd add is that the returning citizens who spoke on the program today are incredible role models and success stories. And we want to be able to replicate their success stories by making sure that they have the resources and technical support in terms of this next generation of returning citizens so that they too can yield entrepreneurial success. Because we know they have the talent and the ability and the wherewithal to do it if given the correct opportunity.
Well, that is exactly, it's about opportunities. Tracy, Shannon, all of them are living proof that this can be done. Imagine where would they be today if no one was there to give them a helping hand. Yes, any other question?
Can we ask you both Congressman, your reaction to the bill yesterday, former Mayor Bloomberg? I think this is related to this also. He apologized for the stop and frisk policy. I wanted to see what your all's reaction was. I don't know if any of the incarcerated folks here had the pleasure of stop and frisk violations work in the past, but your thoughts on that?
Well, I welcome former Mayor Bloomberg's apology and recognition that broken windows and the war on drugs, many of them are ill policies that what have produced is mass incarceration, is a lot of children who grew up without their parents, and that in order to get productive citizens, helping our communities and strengthening our community, what it takes is more investment in our public education system, so that the quality of education that people get in our nation is not defined by the color of the skin or where they live, any zip code.
The out-of-control stop and frisk practices unleashed on the people of New York City and beyond unnecessarily criminalize and traumatize hundreds of thousands of people in a manner that undermine public safety and a relationship between the police and the community. The apology by Michael Bloomberg is an appropriate first step, but more must be done. We actually need to repair the damage that was inflicted on communities of color in this city and across the country in order to truly heal.
I welcome for him to support this legislation and to get the House to pass our bills. We are marking it up this Wednesday. We will vote on them in the House, and we need to get Republicans in the Senate to support it, because there is already a Senator Tardy who has similar legislation on the Senate. So I welcome Mr. Bloomberg to come to Washington and encourage passing it. Yeah. Any other questions?
Pardon me. The timing of Mr. Bloomberg's apology, since he's now talking about making up his mind whether to run for the presidency, does that create any doubts or suspicions in your mind about the sincerity of the apology?
I don't want to speak on the sincerity of the apology, but what I do want to speak on, as a native New Jerseyan, going up in the 80s where racial profiling was prevalent, I understand what it not only does to the individual, but what it does to the entire community. So I think when we look at the harm done through stop and frisk racial profiling, and then look at where we are today, talking about repairing those harms through economic opportunity for those who have been harmed, I think this is a great opportunity to right those wrongs.
Yeah, Mayor Bloomberg's apology appeared sincere, but in order to convince people throughout the country that he means what he says, he's not just going to have to talk the talk, he's going to have to walk the walk. And that means investing in a meaningful way in programs that repair the damage done through racial profiling and the out-of-control stop and frisk practices that were unleashed upon communities of color.
I echo those words.
Can we get a Spanish soundbite about your bill, please?
Okay, en el día de hoy estoy con mi colega Hakeem Jeffries, quien es el presidente del Caucus Demócrata, pero además él sirve en el Comité de lo Judicial, que fue responsable de pasar el legislación que ha abierto las puertas para que podamos recibir un sinnúmero de personas que han estado encarceladas. En el día de hoy estoy utilizando la influencia que tengo como presidenta del Comité de Pequeños Comerciantes, de Pequeñas Empresas, para pasar legislación que va a ir dentro del sistema federal de prisiones para educar a las personas que están en el sistema, encarceladas, de forma que una vez ellos salgan de prisión, salgan con el empoderamiento de información, y estamos trabajando conjuntamente con todas estas personas que tienen aquí. Muchas de ellas fueron personas que estuvieron en las cárceles de los Estados Unidos. Hoy son personas productivas porque alguien le dio la mano, le dio una oportunidad. Esta legislación que nosotros estamos proponiendo y que la vamos a pasar en el comité mío de pequeñas empresas es una legislación que básicamente va a proveer oportunidades económicas para cuando las personas que están encarceladas salgan y se reintegren a nuestra sociedad, se conviertan en ciudadanos productivos para ellas y para sus familias y para nuestras comunidades. Any other questions? Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.